Warning, you are now dialing into Sexy Bimbo Hotline. This line is exclusively for hotties, dolls, divas, gays, theys, and anyone who knows their best angle. Straight men, please hang up and try again, preferably after therapy. And don't be rude, because rudeness is ugly, and we don't do ugly here.
Welcome to the Sexy Bimbo Hotline Halloween special. Where it's wicked, glittery, and a little bit naughty. Woo! We're here, my favorite day of the year. I am your green witch that goes well with pink. I know. Wicked reference. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I also understand. Honestly, it was that scene when Glinda goes, green goes well with pink. And then, no, green goes good with pink. And then Alphaba goes well. And then Glinda goes, that is so right. Anyways, I made a TikTok and it was making me laugh, but that's what I thought it was. I thought it was being creative because the girls are creative this year. Overall, I'm just a baddie witch. You know what I mean? Just like a really hot, sexy bimbo witch. And that's what I'm sticking to. And let me be honest with you. I'm sorry I lied about in last episode when I was like, oh, the bed's naked because it's green, because I'm going to be a different color. I was going to be a different color completely, except for I got really, really scared that I was going to get stained. And I have a dinner rehearsal coming up in like less than 5 days. And I know if this stains my body, I'll literally be devastated. So let's hope for the best that my face comes off nicely. I'm really scared. My family keeps all saying that they think I'm going to be stained. Everyone keeps saying they think I'm going to be stained. So let's hope for the best. Now, before we talk about the Halloween chaos of this year, let's take a moment to honor my haunted history. The costumes that built character, trauma, and maybe a little bit of a reputation. I'm just kidding. No reputation. Maybe like that she's a fun girl. I don't know. Let's start with my first one, which is one of my favorites, and it was the Cat in the Hat. It was, sorry, you're going to see me looking over here a couple of times because I just recorded this episode, and luckily I wasn't far enough in, but my thing turned off because I accidentally unplugged. So if you see me keep going like this, it's not because I'm checking the time. It's because I'm now paranoid that I'm turning it off. Anyways, I did Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat was probably one of my literal favorite looks. It also I feel like I embodied Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat. I was really trying to be as crazy as possible, as silly as possible, because I think literally the Cat in the Hat live action is one of my favorite movies. So I really try to live up to that potential. And it was also fun. Like, it made me realize, like, every year I realized, like, it's always fun to be a silly costume. And I did do it like a sexy version. I did wear a corset, but still on top of that, I was still like, a funny costume is just like, it just feels so fun. You know what I mean? Like, it feels more freeing to be funny. And like, I love that. And I appreciate that. And we'll get into that later on in this episode. And I also got to meet Thing 1 of Thing 1 and 2. And luckily, when I met Thing 1, he was actually a twin. And he had his screensaver as his brother and him. And I feel like they were Thing 1 and Thing 2. And I feel like they were twins. I'm going to confirm, but I'm pretty sure they were twins. But it was just him that night. And we took a picture together. And he was so, so nice. He was so fun. Shout out to him, honestly. That's the first and last time I'll ever shout out a man on this fucking podcast. Ugh. Anyways, my next one was a party animal. Iconic, I know. It was really popular last year. I was a cheetah party animal. I made the hat myself with printed like cheetah print, and then I put glued on some boa. That's where this is from. And it was just so, I loved that one. I bought like a cute little lingerie dress from Depop, and I wore bloomers with it. And I had like the cutest makeup, and I looked so cute. I loved it. I was obsessed with it. But I didn't get any pictures, like as many pictures as I needed. because I actually don't know why. I kind of was just like running around with it. Next is SpongeBob. And let me tell you, when I said trauma earlier, it was this costume because SpongeBob's one of my favorite like TV shows. I fucking love SpongeBob. My username, my real life username is Patrick Star on Instagram because I love Patrick. I was looking everywhere. First of all, I thrifted a collar, or did I buy? You could just like buy a collar. I think I just bought a collar actually, and on Amazon, and I cut it and I glued it to a corset. This was the year that I was reduced, reusing, and recycling. I used the same white corset that I used. I can't remember if I had SpongeBob the year prior. So the Cat in the Hat corset and the SpongeBob corset are the same corset, but I used SpongeBob first. And so when I got that corset, I fabric taped the collar on top of it, and then I couldn't find a red. Oh, I couldn't find a red tie anywhere. I don't know why. Why do nobody like sell red ties? And I was stressing out. And then we're dropping my aunt off at her house, right? And she lives by like a concert area. And on the side of the freeway are these people selling the merch for whoever was the musician that was playing that night. And they had a mini red tie. They had a mini red tie. My mom stopped on that freeway because it was like kind of backed up. So she stopped and she literally went, "How much?" And they upcharged us. Is that the word? They upcharged us. And I'm not even kidding, you guys. Look at this. This is my Italian coming out right now. Literally, I was thanking the gods. I was like, whatever, God is on my side. Like, thank you. Like, I'm here for you, sister, mister, like, whatever. Thank you for giving me this tie. Because it was literally down to the last moment. I could not find a tie anywhere. I was literally stressing out. Fun. And I also, like, handmade a spatula, which was out of, like, a wood stick, foam, sticker foam also, and, like, glitter and hot glue. And boy, oh boy. And I handmade the hat too. Like, I was stressed out, but I was like, I know it's gonna be so slay. I have to like take photos in this. It's one of my favorite ones. The next one I did was a ice princess, which that one was just like I don't know if you guys know like that like popular photo of those three girls. Whenever anyone's like, be a snow queen, be an ice princess, be this, be that, but it has to do with the snow with Halloween. They show these like three girls in like white fur hats and like a cute bra top and a like skirt. Well, I didn't have any of that, but I did have this cute baby doll lingerie dress that I got from Victoria's Secret, and it had like snowflakes on it. So I was like, give me that. I think I got like white bottoms. I can't remember what I wore on the bottoms. I feel like it was like a white bottom, obviously. I just don't know what it was. I got like fur wristbands, a fur hat, fur anklets, and I was a snow princess. I did like white brows and blue shadow. It was really fun, and I painted my eyelashes white. It was really, that one's a fun one. I like love that one, appreciate that one. That was really like, that was just off the top of my head, which was like basic, I know. But when I'm rich, like, and that's the plan, I'm coming back for like my dream Halloween costumes, which is Bride of Frankenstein, Corpse Bride. I would love to be Abby Abominable from Monster High, and Dracula. Honestly, I would probably do the whole Monster High franchise. I would do literally one every night because I love Monster High so much. I think it's so iconic. And Princess Kita. I have been wanting to do Princess Kita for a cool minute. And all the girls are doing it in a sleigh type of way. And that's why I know I need to like actually lock in. The production when this happens is going to be insane. Prosthetics, lace, literally I'm going to have HD cameras getting the best angles. The backdrop's going to be green because I'm going to edit me in the place that I belong. It's just going to be fun. This year, my costume is, I don't know yet. This is what I have so far because I do have a wedding the next day, November 1st. Bell's getting married. I cannot go hard. My family will literally kill me, but also I'm doing a wholesome night having a Halloween party here and then taking the kids trick-or-treating. I'm on auntie duties, so I'm very excited for that. All right, witches, the moment we've been waiting for, our Halloween costume forecast. Is it going to be a sexy or silly year? First of all, I'm going to start off with saying I feel like we're going to see a lot of the Loraxes. I feel like Ashby and a lot of girls last year also were the Lorax, and Ashby really brought it back into being like this really funny pop culture fun moment. And when I say this, I completely support this. I speak for the trees and apparently thirst traps here at the Sexy Bimbo Hotline. And I honestly think it's really sexy. Environmental awareness, but make it hot. It's giving your local eco-friendly hottie. Yes! So we're voting that's sexy and silly. If I had a mallet, I don't know. Next is the second one, and it's going to be a Labubu. I'm seeing a lot of people say that they don't want to see Labubus this year, but this was like literally taking the world by storm. My godson has like 30 of them. Literally everywhere I look is a Labubu. And I'm not a really big fan of them, but I am intrigued on how people are going to be interpreting it. It's very chaotic. It's very fun. It's very scary. But here's my thing. I saw her do her Labubu, her version of a Labubu, and I have to give her credit 'cause that is an iconic, sexy look. Like, she really understood the assignment. That's what I mean when I have money. I'm going to execute how I want and make it look good, because that could have gone so every other way. But she ate in a way that, like, I gave her credit, and I love that woman. She's an icon, but like, she ate. I'm sorry, like, she did. The next costume that I think we're gonna see a lot this year is Sinners, whether it's Stack and Smoke or if it's Mary, Annie, Remick. I think that we're gonna see a lot of that. Different versions, couple versions, cousins versions, brother versions, girl version of Stack and Smoke, regular version of Stack and Smoke. I feel like we're gonna see that, and I think it's gonna be sexy. I think it's gonna be done actually really well this year. I think that it's a costume that you can't really mess up. I really think that's gonna be a very, very popular one going on this year. Okay, so the next one that I think is gonna be like so extremely popular, is gonna be Wicked, which I think Wicked / Wizard of Oz. I think a lot of people are going to go as Glinda and Elphaba, obviously. I think maybe if you're in a couple, you can go as Fiero and Glinda, or Fiera and Elphaba, or Bach. I think that's going to be very, very popular this year. And that's because, it's coming out 2 days before my birthday. I'm literally so excited. I can't wait. We're going to the midnight premiere, or we're going to that midnight premiere. I'm sorry. Like, we have to. So the next ones that I think are going to be very popular this year, that is bringing back the 2010s nostalgia, or is it Y2K? I feel like I can't remember, but I don't want to say furry, furry animal costumes, and it's like I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys understand what I mean. When I was younger, I used to want to be them so bad, and it was like animals on the stomach, and it was like a dress, or it was a skirt and a little top. Like, I loved it. I think it's coming back this year because I've seen everybody talk about it. It's like actually insane how much we're bringing it back and how much we miss like the early 2010s. Like, bring that shit back. I also, on top of that, want to add on to that we're gonna see more animals again this year, like cheetahs, tigers. I don't know what other animals people were, but I think that people are really gonna execute the animals. They're gonna have beautiful makeup. It's gonna be gorgeous, and I'm gonna be obsessed. And the final one for this year's forecast is a niche pop culture moment. This is definitely a year, if you know, you know. People are doing inside jokes, iconic tweets, and weird cultural moments that you would never think of. And it's making me jealous. Like, you guys are so creative. You guys are so funny. And I'm like, why? That's why I did the green witch that goes well with pink, because I was like, I'm trying to get on these girls' levels. I think they're fucking funny, and I think this is iconic and so silly. Like, why didn't I come up with that? Like, why didn't I think of that? I think it's so. I really thoroughly enjoy it this year. Like, it is sexy, and I'm obsessed. I love it. So overall, Halloween 2025 is not scary. It can't be. It's confident, and if you know me, you know that's sexy. Everyone's either a total snack or haunting their ex, but it's Halloween, so you gotta embrace it. Anyways, that concludes today's Halloween hotline report. Mwahahaha! Some costumes were sexy, some were silly, most were both. But let's be honest, it's the Sexy Bimbo hotline, and we don't do a lot of knots here. And before I fly off on my broomstick this Hallows Eve, I want to cast a spell for you guys. You're hot. You're safe. You're exactly where you need to be tonight. Woo! Have fun. Be smart. And remember, good witches can be a little bad sometimes. Oh! I'm sorry, I just scared the hell out of my dog. Boots! Hey, we did it. We did it. Now let's go take this off. Guys, I'm actually really scared to take this off. Should I see if this will come off? I don't think it will. I just don't think it will.